Good morning and greetings from Northumberland. It's the 29th of March, 29th of April. It's rather a grey day. It could be the 29th of March. Sorry, I'm a bit late this morning, but I was taking the advantage of a Saturday morning not to get up quite so early. Today we continue through John chapter 6. If you remember, yesterday we were reading that passage and Jesus was talking about eating his flesh and drinking his blood. And as you come on into chapter 6, verses 60 to 69, he becomes aware that many people are finding this difficult to follow, difficult to understand, because it's a new concept for them. Does this offend you, he says? Then what if you were to see the Son of Man ascending to where he was before? It is the Spirit who gives life, the flesh is useless. The words I have spoken to you are spirit and life. But among you there are those who cannot believe. Jesus is aware that his teaching is difficult to take on board, powerful though it is. In Orthodox theology and understanding of humanity, there is a word called nous, N-O-S-E. And it means all sorts of things. It means the eye of the soul. It means the spirit inside us. It means that way in which I suppose God can access our hearts. And when I read this little passage today about the Spirit giving life, the flesh is useless, it struck me that what Jesus is saying is that his Spirit can touch our spirits through the nous, through the eye of the soul. There is a receptor spiritually in us, which Christ can touch with his body, with his blood, with his spirit, with his life. There is a receptor in our hearts that God can use and which will make a difference to us all. The receptor is the way in which we are created to be spiritual beings and to respond to the Father. And so the Spirit who comes to us gives us life because the God who created us makes us potentially available to his Spirit moving in our lives. But our Christian journey is about nurturing that potential that God has given us so that we may be fully open to the God who comes to us, to the Spirit that through the nous can fill our lives and transform our lives into the power and the life of God. The Spirit gives life. The flesh cannot. May God bless us all.